under. Oh! That's a screamer! It's an absolute. Come on, you go. On to that. Come on.
I drew a stick figure in art class, and the teacher called the police. Mrs. Keller told us to draw something that makes us happy. Easy assignment. Some kids drew their phones. One kid drew Fortnite. I drew me and my dad fishing. It's what we do. Every Saturday since I was 7, we wake up at 5 a.m., drive to the lake, and fish until noon. It's boring if you think about it, but it's my favorite part to me. So I drew 2 stick figures. The little one was me. The big one was my dad. I gave myself a fishing rod because I always cast first. I drew the bait shop behind us because that's where we get worms, and my dad gets his coffee. Even added a fish jumping out of the water for some action. I thought it was pretty good for stick figures. Mrs. Keller did not agree. She stopped at my desk, picked up my drawing, and her face went white, like actually white. She looked at me, then back at the paper. Then she screamed, "Security! I need security in here right now!" The whole class went dead silent. I just sat there like, what is happening? I know I'm not the best artist, but I didn't think I was that bad. 2 security guards came running in like there was a fire. She shoved my drawing at them and pointed at me like I was dangerous. They escorted me out of the room without saying a word. Every single person in that class watched me leave. I still had no idea what I did wrong. Principal Carter had my drawing under a desk lamp like he was examining a ransom note. Mrs. Keller was pacing behind him. A security guard stood by the door. All of this for a stick figure. "Explain," Principal Carter said. "It's me and my dad, fishing. We go every Saturday." "What is this figure holding?" "A fishing rod." He looked up at me. "Do I look stupid to you?" "What?" I said, "Do I look stupid? Because you're sitting here telling me this is a fishing rod when I'm looking at a weapon. It's a stick with a line coming off it. There's a fish in the water. I even wrote the word F-I-S-H next to the fish. I know I'm not Picasso, but I didn't think it was that hard to figure out." He pointed at the bait shop. "What's this building?" "Larry's Bait and Tackle. We buy worms there. My dad gets coffee." Mrs. Keller leaned in. "It looks like he's aiming at the building." "He's not aiming at anything. He's facing the water, because that's where fish live. That's how fishing works." Principal Carter picked up his phone. "I'm calling the police." "The police? For a drawing of a fish?" "I'm calling the police because you drew what appears to be a weapon pointed at a building full of people. It's a bait shop. The only things inside are worms." He was already dialing. "I'm also calling your parents. Sit tight." 20 minutes later, 2 actual cops walked into the office. They looked at the drawing, then at me. One of them sighed. The other one pulled out a notepad like this was a real case. I sat there wondering how a Saturday morning fishing trip turned into a criminal investigation. My dad showed up 15 minutes later. Still had his work shirt on. Still had dirt on his hands. He walked in, saw the 2 cops, and his face went serious. "What happened? Is he okay?" "He's fine," Principal Carter said. "But we need to discuss something he drew in class today." He slid the drawing across the desk. My dad picked it up, stared at it, then he laughed. Not a chuckle, a real laugh. "This is from last Saturday." "Excuse me?" "This is us at the lake. We go fishing every weekend. Here." He pulled out his phone and turned it around. The photo was right there. Me standing in front of Larry's Bait and Tackle, holding my fishing rod, grinning because I caught a 3-pound bass. Same building, same rod, same everything. "That's a fishing rod," my dad said slowly, like he was talking to a toddler. "It catches fish, which is why there's a fish in the picture, which is why he wrote the word F-I-S-H on the paper." He looked at Principal Carter, then at Mrs. Keller, then at the cops. "Is everyone in this room slow?" Genuinely asking. "Do y'all have some kind of special needs I should know about? Because my son drew a fish, labeled it fish, drew a fishing rod, drew a bait shop, and somehow you looked at that and saw a threat." Nobody said anything. "What part of this is hard to understand? What part? Show me. Point to the part that's confusing. I'll explain it real slow." Principal Carter opened his mouth. My dad cut him off. "You called the cops on a fishing trip. You put my son in a room with 2 police officers because he drew a picture of something we do every single weekend. And not one adult in this building stopped and said, 'Hey, maybe that's a fishing rod.'" The cop with the notepad flipped it closed. His partner was already heading for the door. Mrs. Keller was staring at the floor. Principal Carter had nothing. My dad put the drawing in his pocket. "Let's go. We're done here." I grabbed my backpack and followed him out. Behind us, I heard one of the cops mutter something to Principal Carter. I couldn't hear all of it, but I definitely heard the word seriously, and it didn't sound like a compliment. The assignment was to draw something that makes me happy. I got interrogated by police for it. Still got an A, though. I drew a stick figure in art class, and the teacher...
I don't miss. I let off 2 shots. I hit a minute. Shit, I finally quit. What you finna do? Cause this gon' make the news. Gotta make your move. So that bitch get in cause she looking confused. I broke the rule. Cause this bitch you in this plus I just popped through. But she ain't crying. And this so smiling. Cause this bitch look cute. So we slide out. I'm checking my mirrors. Made it to the house. So I hop out. I'm hungry. I not back no down. I know. I don't miss. I let off 2 shots. I hit a minute. Shit.
Here's everything that happened in yesterday. Steal a Brainrot out.
Lucky block.
1 hour later.
Lucky block. Lucky block. Lucky block. Lucky block. Lucky block. Los lucky blocks. Lucky block. Los lucky blocks.
I ended up buying a lot of lucky blocks. I'm selling just randomly put on 15 times as lot. I opened a lot more lucky blocks on 15 times as 12 times blocks, but I never actually got lucky. You can see here how unlucky I got. Sammy spawned in his base and just get better, bro. That's it. I did take that.
Sammy spidery.
Sammy was spawning Brainrots left and right, and I ended up getting him in soft. It didn't get any trades, and I didn't have anyone to trade. But I'm still happy.
Dennis called me that today. You want to tell him you're not going to hang out?
My cousin didn't really get much, and my brother got a 29 million Blue Bandito. Here's everything happened. Yesterday, still a Brainrot animals.
No, not playing.
Here's everything happening yesterday, still a Brainrot. Sammy spawned in his base and just get better, bro. That's it. I did take that.
Sammy spidery.
Sammy was spawning Brainrots left and right, and I ended up getting him in soft. It didn't get any traits, and I didn't have anyone to trade for. But I'm still happy with what I got. My cousin didn't really get much, and my brother got a 29 million burrito bandito. Cheers.
Unexpected players who were the highest paid in football. Back in 2022, Aleksandar Mitrovic was viewed as the ultimate yo-yo club striker because even though he smashed the second-tier record with 43 goals to get Fulham promoted, he was still seen as a level below the global elite, earning a standard wage of about £120,000 a week. But in the summer of 2023, the entire financial hierarchy of football was turned upside down. You see, when Al Hilal came calling in search of guaranteed goals, Mitrovic went to war with Fulham to force the move, famously telling relatives he would never play for the club again and refusing to train until they finally cracked and sold him for over £45 million. But the real surprise wasn't his behavior, it was the bank account he secured, because after the saga finally ended as Mitrovic parted ways with Fulham, when the ink dried, it was revealed that Mitrovic had landed a deal paying him roughly £21 million a year tax-free, meaning this former championship striker was suddenly taking home more money than global icons like Mohamed Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, and Harry Kane. But the most impressive part about all of this was that Mitrovic proved that this investment was worth it. Unlike other stars who struggled to adapt, Mitrovic dominated, scoring 28 league goals in his debut season to lead Al Hilal to an historic Invincibles League title. And
you say college is a scam, so I drove 4 hours here just so I could debate you on this. I've been in school for 4 years, majoring in English, and my education means a lot to me. What school? University of Utah.
After starting a debate with Charlie Kirk about why he believes college is a waste, this college student is about to get humbled by and mocked by the entire crowd, yet still manages to stand strong.
I find it extremely disrespectful for you to say that college is a scam, not just to me, but everyone here that's also going to school.
What's your favorite Charles Dickens book?
Six one. Just like the one that did this.
Oh, okay. How about your favorite Jane Austen novel?
I don't know who that is. Jane Austen?
You're an English speaker.
Yeah. What's like
What's your favorite Jane Austen novel? I'm going to give you another chance.
Harry Potter? 4.5.
You are proving that college is indeed a scam.
I have one more question. My dad paid a lot of money so I could go to college, and I just think you say college is a scam, so I drove 4 hours.
Eric, pronounce this. 1999.
This yard is telling me dance shit. I should have just flung my shoulder. All 7 9, hand the whole 14 balls. 2 cold, couldn't put them all when you If you're on that monster page, this yardie's telling me dance shit. I should have just flung my shoulder. 479, hand them over. 14 balls, squad the owner. Came too cold. If you're on that monster page, this yardie's telling me dance shit. I should have just flung my shoulder. 479, hand them over. 14 balls, squad the owner. Came too cold to caught pneumonia. If you're on that monster page. This yardie.
When Lamine tried to dribble Mbappe took the ball from him and left him lying on the ground. Here, Asensio hit Pedri on purpose, and Pedri showed us that he can spin without the ball too. After that, a fight broke out. Here, Rafinha tried to mess with Valverde, and Valverde threw him straight to the ground. Valverde received a yellow card. He still wanted to fight, so Vinny stepped in and calmed Rafinha down. Here, Perez and Laporta were awkwardly placed next to each other after all the beef between them over the Negreira case. This might be the clip of the game. Lamine and Huijsen are best friends in the Spain national team, but here Huijsen pushed Yamal first. Yamal pushed him back. They started fighting like it was a street brawl, and the players had to separate them. When Lamine tried to dribble,
Download for free today.
Meow meow.
Yo!
Yeah, I know. Let's go, bro.
Yeah, just let me know.
Cool. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Alright, take the rest. Yes. Let's go. Rana. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna go switch it on now. Nice, let's go. If you start streaming, that could be a middle there or something.
Naughty, naughty. Tang, tang, get a tang.
I'm extremely picky on how I screen things on the back, which is why Rocket Money has been such a huge help to me. A few months ago, I realized I was paying two separate subscriptions to the same one streaming service.
No, my credit.
As I mentioned before, yes, I'm still upset about it. I'm very picky with my subscriptions. And also help you build customized budgets by letting you know how
This is the experimental venue of TikTok star Marie Kamara. It has a 7 foot 1, 7'9", 6'3", 7'10", and 7 foot flat. Only these numbers are a complete and utter lie. None of them are actually this tall, and everybody has begun to notice it. Let me show you how. Marie began on social media by detailing her life as a very tall woman. She posted videos such as this one talking about the struggles of finding dresses which fit, before concluding with a self-confident message showing that she was comfortable in her own skin. In other videos, Marie joked about dancing with the short king because he's the only one in the club not intimidated by her height. So exactly how tall was she? Well, considering she could hold her feet above doorways and refrigerators, it seemed she was close to 7 feet. However, she revealed in a different video that she was actually 6'1". Marie then restated that she was 6'1" in a different TikTok video. However, only one day after claiming this, she'd post a new video in which it appeared she'd grown another inch. Wait, you're 6'2" now, did you grow? Yet the likelihood that she'd had some unexpected overnight growth spurt was low given she was already 27 at the time of posting the video. What seemed more likely was that Marie's height was being embellished to make her situation seem more interesting, with the sudden change instantly reducing how much the audience trusted her. What is your actual height? Each of your TikToks seemed to say something different, yet Marie stood strong with her previous claim in an article reading, "I'm 6'2" and dating is almost impossible. I'm tired of being called a man." Some clarity was then provided when Marie introduced her even taller 6'5" mother to the videos. Although what Marie failed to disclose was that her mother is a little more famous than the audience might have realized. In a previous video, it had been mentioned that the mum was a former professional basketball player, and therefore by Googling her name, Christine Tamara, it's not difficult to find a bunch of public information. There's an article from April 2016 explaining that she played university basketball in 1981, which exposed another lie that the mother was a WNBA player, considering the WNBA wasn't even founded until 15 years later in 1996. Although in possibly the first truth told on Murray Tamara's channel, the article confirmed that the mother was in fact 6'5", yet it'd be pretty dumb to lie about this considering it's public record. What Marie failed to realize is that there are also public sporting records confirming her height, but we'll get to that later. With the videos between Marie and her mother going viral, the rest of the family was then introduced as the tallest family on TikTok, where Marie established her brother Shane at 6'9", her second brother Troy at 6'10", and her father Mike at 6'3". Well, that's assuming they were all telling the truth. The video of the family exploded, gaining over 4 million views, incentivizing them to continue making content. They do a bunch of unique videos like showing their shoe sizes and talking about their weight at birth, yet it was their how tall are the kids and the things we made look small videos which performed the best, gaining over 20 million views each. The family then made a dedicated Instagram called Team Tamara before Marie, Shane, and even the mother began doing paid content, with Marie stating in a WFAN interview that she made more than 6 figures in her very first month. This was then followed by a New York Post article 2 months later reading, Tamara says she now rakes in an average of $189,000 per month and once banked $295,000 in a single 30-day period. This gave the family a very strong incentive to not only keep going, but to perhaps embellish their hype even further. Although since they'd already posted multiple videos, it was claiming that Marie was the shortest at 6'2" and Troy was the tallest at 6'10". It felt as though the truth had finally been established, until all of a sudden Marie had grown another inch and was now 6'3". Dude, I swear I can't with this stuff. At first you're 6'1", then 6'2", and now you're 6'3". Come on now. Weren't you 6'2" a couple of weeks ago? Can we get a 6'3" measurement to prove? Although the family was offering no such video. Instead, Marie continued to claim that she was now 6'3", with the trend so far already hinting at what was about to happen. Instead, Marie skipped 7 whole inches to make the claim that she was now 6'10", at which point the audience simply didn't know what was true. 6'2" or 6'3" or 6'10", what? 6'10", 6'3", what's the real height? OMG, bro, you change your height in every video. First 6'3", then 6'2", now 6'10". Yet the backlash against her lies seemed to have no impact on her follower count, and if anything, continuing to lie only boosted the family's presence further. 3 months after claiming that she magically gone from 6'2" to 6'10", Marie and the family had their best month ever, gaining over 400,000 TikTok followers, and it was only after her unexplained 6'10" growth spurt that Marie began to see any growth over on YouTube. On top of this, Marie reposted TikTok stating that the family was now making $800,000 per month, leading her to buy a $245,000 Aston Martin. Although she then stated she was a pain contributor in silence, which was a shame given she and the family, as unbelievable as it might seem, were eventually getting up and tall. On the 14th of April 2023, Marie Tamara uploaded a TikTok now claiming to be 7 feet tall. Bro, she started at 6'1", now she's 7 feet now. However, in order to make it believable, she'd also need a scale of everybody else in the family. So her brother Troy became 7'7", her other brother Shane became 7'5", while the mother became 7'2". The only person whose height hadn't changed was the dad, who stayed put at 6'3", yet this was when the plot to get more views, so we'll explain that in just a second. In the meantime, Marie gained over 50 million views on one single TikTok statement, "I'm not that tall, in which the mother's height had been embellished yet again, from 7'2" to 7'5". In the next video, the mother had grown another inch to 7'6", yet at this point, someone in the comments pointed out a photo flaw in the story. No, that's crazy, because the Guinness World Record holder for the tallest woman is 215 centimeters, and it's a very good point. At a height of 229 centimeters or 7'6", Marie Tamara's mum would be the second tallest woman currently alive, the second tallest woman in American history, and the 11th tallest woman ever recorded, yet she's nowhere to be seen on Wikipedia's list of tallest people. On top of this, if Marie Tamara herself was really 7 foot, she should also be on this list right next to 7 foot Ghana Senjazova, although again she's suspiciously nowhere to be seen. When called out for the lie in a comment reading, "Bro, you are not 7 foot, you are 6'2", Marie responded by calling out a tape measure to some arbitrary length before holding it up against her shoulder and claiming that it was 6'2" long. She then doubled down in the comment section by stating, "If I was 6'2", would I be able to grab the thing so easily?" Yet she'd then get destroyed in the replies by someone who simply wrote, "I'm 6'2" and I'm no problem doing it. The only evidence Marie had to prove that she was actually 7 foot was that she stood about a head taller
this was a lie, as Marie had simply gotten sneaky with her camera angles. In videos such as this one, where the brothers had grown yet again to 7 foot 9 and 7 foot 10, the dad is standing at the back while the bottom of the frame is cut off at the feet, where it's obvious Marie is wearing heels and is possibly standing on something. When your ankles are mid-calf on the person next to you. The only time Marie showed herself standing on flat ground was in the videos where her father is present, where the last highlight about this one, she's standing in front of the door and is low. It's an illusion to make you further. There are even more tricks in play here. For example, in this video, Marie claimed that she put her foot inside a shower, yet her ankles are almost as high as the on-off tab, while in this video it's obvious that she's simply standing on the edge of the bath, and she's not the only person in the family using this trick. Over on Shane's personal Instagram, his 7 foot 5 inch height places his head and shoulders above the door frame, yet the camera cuts off well above his knees, and this isn't even the worst part. In a pinned post, Shane has his basketball stats listed, which he confirms that he's 2 meters and 6 centimeters, or 6 foot 9 inches, and he's not the only person in the family to have their scoring record online. Troy, the tallest in the family, seems as though he's just gotten with the flow of the family's antics. However, that's not to say his display height is accurate. In a George Mason University basketball profile, Troy's height is listed not as 7 foot 10, but rather as 6 foot 8, while other basketball websites list his height at 6 foot 9, meaning that he's not only the same height as the other brother, but he's at least 1 foot shorter than what's been shown on TikTok. Meanwhile, Shane's apparent height of 7 foot 9 is a foot taller than his actual height, while the mother's TikTok height of 7 foot 5 is also a full foot taller than her actual height. But what about Marie, the mastermind of the whole operation, whose social media presence is so untruthful, she even lies about what kind of men she's into just to make more money, stating that she's attracted to 5 foot 9 short kids, while simultaneously claiming that dating a high height is physically impossible, as it is extremely difficult to find a girl taller than her. Well, according to an old cross-country running profile, she's not 7 foot, not 6 foot 10, not 6 foot 3, or even 6 foot 2. She's rather 6 feet and 1 inch tall, as was stated in the first few videos. The only person whose height hasn't been lied about at any point is the dad's at 6 foot 3. Yet again, this was only done to make the other 7 taller. But I guess posting a real female photo like this one, without manipulating camera angles, just wouldn't receive the same exposure. Despite this, the family continue to claim that they're a group of 7 foot tall giants, earning millions of views and dollars by doing so, while irritating the entire voting process.
Scum. 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 You need. No. poison body, but beautiful and in there. Oh.
Goblino uniciclino.
Hyper? Clip.
Whoa! It's one inch.
Mbappe took the ball from him and left him lying on the ground. Here, Asensio hit Pedri on purpose. Pedri showed us that he can spin without the ball too. After that, a fight broke out. Here, Rafinha tried to mess with Valverde, and Valverde threw him straight to the ground. Valverde received a yellow card, but he still wanted to fight, so Vinny stepped in and calmed Rafinha down. Here, Perez and Laporta were awkwardly placed next to each other after all the beef between them over the Brainrot. But this might be the clip of the game. Lamine and Huijsen are best friends in the Spain national team. But here, Huijsen pushed Yamal first. Yamal pushed him back. They started fighting like it was a street brawl, and the players had to separate them. When Lamine tried to dribble Mbappe, Mbappe took the ball.
What do you got for me, buddy? Okay, we can take this. Oh, lost buggies. Oh my god. What do you got for me, buddy? Okay, we can take this. Oh, lost buggies. Oh my god. You lost the base. No. Lost buggies. You know lost buggies, bro. No. Lost buggies, bro. Damn me, bro. Almost got lost buggies, bro. Damn it, bro. So left. Don't hit me, crap. Let's freaking go. We got the first 6-7. Stop. There's a lot of person. Let's do it. 25. Rock it. Oh my god. Let's freaking go, guys. It's 25. Oh, let's go. Oh my god, let's go. Toby's bro. What do you got for me, buddy? Okay, we can take this. Oh, let's
Guys, remix this sound with literally the most random clip on your phone. Maybe nothing happens and it just sits there like that one assignment you never turned in. Or maybe you wake up and your clip is turned into the first viral meme of 2020. the most random clip on your phone. Maybe nothing happens and it just sits. It's on your Bible. My dad ranked us all on the scoreboard. Mom had negative 500 points when she snapped. My dad installed a whiteboard in our kitchen when I was 14 and called it the family scoreboard. He said it would teach us responsibility and fairness. Every chore earned points. Dishes were 5 points. Laundry was 10. Mowing the lawn was 20. Points could be spent on privileges like TV time, dessert, sleepovers, or allowance. It sounded reasonable at first. Then my dad started finding new ways to dock points. I'm taking 15 points from your mother for sighing during dinner. That's insane. I was tired. Negativity affects the whole family. 15 points. My sister asked to go to a birthday party that weekend. Dad, check a board. You're at 42 points. Parties cost 50. Can I do extra chores? You should have thought about that before you left your shoes in the hallway. That was a 5-point deduction yesterday. They were there for 10 minutes. Rules are rules. The scoreboard expanded. Grades affected points. Being late to breakfast cost points. Forgetting to say good morning was a 10-point penalty. Dad, I need to stay after school for tutoring tomorrow. That's 30 points for schedule disruption. It's tutoring to get better grades. You should have managed your time better. 30 points. My mom started losing points for everything. Not smiling enough at dinner. Taking too long in the bathroom. Buying the wrong brand of cereal at the store. You're docking me points for cereal? You know I prefer the other brand. That's disregarding family preferences. 20 points. I'm your wife, and I'm trying to build a functional household. 20 points for arguing. My sister's junior prom was coming up. She needed 200 points for permission to attend. She did dishes every night for a month. She mowed the lawn 4 times. She cleaned the garage. The day before prom, she checked the board, and she was at 187 points. Dad, I'm 13 points short. The dress is already bought. My date is picking me up tomorrow. Then I suggest you find 13 points worth of chores in the next 24 hours. There are no more chores. I've done everything. That's not my problem. Rules exist for everyone equally. Mom, tell him this is crazy. My mom looked at the board where her own score was in the negative. I can't help you, honey. I'm not even allowed to watch TV anymore. My sister did not go to prom. She sat in her room and cried while her date stood on our porch confused. Dad docked her 20 points for creating a no-match situation. Then came the night everything exploded. We had the varsity baseball team, and we were playing in the regional championship. I needed permission to attend, which cost 100 points. I was at 96. Dad, this is the biggest game of my life. I'm 4 points short. They should have done it better. I've done everything that's possible, and you still think I'm short. What does that tell me? That your system is broken. That's 20 points for disrespect. Now you're at 76. You can't keep doing this. 50 more for raising your voice. 26 points. My mom stood up and tape. This is enough. He's going to a game. You don't have the authority to override the board. I'm his mother, and you're currently at negative 47 points, which means you have no privileges, including decision-making privileges. Decision-making privileges? I don't get to make decisions about my own son because of your stupid scoreboard. That's 30 points for insulting the system. You're now at negative 77. My sister came downstairs. What's happening? Your mother is undermining family structure. No, Dad, you've lost your son. You kept me from because of points. You were 13 short. The rules were clear. I hate your rules. I hate this board. I hate living in this house. That's 50 points for expressions of hatred. You're now eligible for meals outside the home for the next 2 weeks. You can't control whether I eat. You control everything. That's the part of the system. My mom bought the whiteboard and threw it off the wall. It clattered to the floor and cracked down the middle. Dad stared at the broken board like he was playing tar. He just destroyed 6 months of careful trap tape. Good. I hope it's gone forever. That's 500 points for destruction of family property. You're now at negative 577. I'm at negative 500. What does that even mean? It means you've lost all privileges indefinitely until you work your way back to zero. How long would that take? Dad did the math. The maximum chore after approximately 7 months. My mom laughed in a way that sounded like crying. 7 months of no privileges because I broke a whiteboard that was ruining our family. She grabbed her keys. Kids, get in the car. Where are you going? Dad asked. Somewhere with no points. We left that night. Dad called us 17 times, but we didn't answer. He texted my mom that she was losing points every hour she stayed away. By his calculations, she was at negative 3,000 by morning. The divorce was finalized 6 months later. My dad ranked us all on a scoreboard. Mom had negative 500 points when she snapped. My dad installed a whiteboard in our kitchen when I was 14 and called it the family scoreboard. He said it would teach us responsibility and fairness. Every chore earned points. Dishes were 5 points. Laundry was 10. Mowing the lawn was 20. Points could be spent on privileges like TV time, dessert, sleepovers, or allowance. It sounded reasonable at first. Then my dad started fighting.
steal rail shooters or scammers, so you'll have to. Okay, so today we'll be testing SAP Trader 672. Let's find out if they're legit or a scammer. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel before I hit 100K subscribers. We're about to give away this right when I do so.
Noah!
So ask me if this offer already used in the scamming, but I still decided to continue the trade. Then after I do trade at the same time, but he said he only takes first. So then I let him go first, and he takes the ground all the way back to his base. And when I see him just stand still right there, I already knew it was good. And what a surprise, I get blocked. And just like that, another day, another scammer, caught, fine. And then after we do trade at the same time, but he said he only takes first. So then I let him go first, and he takes the ground all the way back to his base. And when I see him just stand still right there, I already knew it was good. And what a surprise, I get blocked. And just like that, another day, another scammer, top 5. So in 23, testing of steel rail traders or scammers, so you don't have to. Okay, so today we'll be testing SAP Trader 672. Let's find out if they're legit or a scammer. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to Play the Ocean Ticket before I hit 100K subscribers. We have a giveaway this right when I do so. Anyways, this is about the test. Okay, so as you get to offer my group 25 numbers that you can provide. Just join me, I'll text you. Well, I guess I gotta join the server to see what he had. Hopefully with the scam. As soon as I join this private server, he offered me these 2 rails to the river button. This offer already knew this was a scam, but I still decided to continue with the trade. Then asked him if we do the trade at the same time, but he said he only takes first. So then I let him go first, and he takes the runner all the way back to his base. And when I see him just stand still right there, I didn't know it was good. And what a surprise, I get blocked. And just like that, another day, another scammer, top 5.
Get a load of this guy, bro. Lo indito na biga blow Elios con. Honestly, you're being freaking irritating. Game semi. Where's my phone?
Sister Bear. Where's Bear?
Uh,
Vinny breaking down in tears on the bench might actually be because of Rodrigo's selfishness. After being subbed off, Vinny broke down in tears in front of all the cameras, and this didn't come from nothing. Vinny is the most disliked player in Spain. In every stadium he plays in, he receives every type of hate imaginable. Now he has played 19 games without scoring. He was linked with Chelsea. Chelsea even released a statement saying they don't want him. Madrid fans also booed him 3 games in a row. During the game, Rodrigo could have changed everything for Vinny. He decided to shoot instead. To make it even worse, the Atletico manager made him personal and insulted him. Vinny couldn't handle all this anymore. Vinny breaking down in tears on